Guys, welcome to Crypto Insight. I've been a professional options trader for 20 years, and about a year ago, I switched my focus from equity options to crypto options. Why? Because of the huge volatility and opportunity in the space. Trading Bitcoin has allowed me to multiply my capital in a safe way. And in these videos, I will give you the benefit of my experience and insight into how I'm reading the crypto vol market and using options to either hedge or speculate on future expected moves in the crypto space. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I hope you find this content useful. Thanks. So where are we? Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, nothing's really changed in Bitcoin over the last week, right? So what I pretty much said before, which was 29,000 needs to hold to keep the bull market alive, that's kind of intact. And I guess all we've got is we've seen, another retest down, not quite to those lows of 31, but we saw another retest to lows of around 33 at the weekend. So it just seems every weekend there's a bit of a test down to the lows again, right? Like people just like liquidating into the weekend for some reason. I'm not sure why. But it's good to see we are making higher lows in this thing. And you look at the momentum's picking up in terms of where we are when we're making those lower levels again. So that's relatively bullish in terms of the price action. But, the jury's still out. I think we certainly need to pop our head back above 38. And then the next stop is 42. So that 38 to 42 range will probably be one where we kind of chop around in for a bit as well. But if we get above 42, then it's game on. We're going back to 50 most likely. But yeah, right now it's kind of in no man's land and it's not really that obvious what to do with it. I would say one thing that to note is that the volatility has come in quite a bit. So if we bring, I'd been kind of waiting for that vol to come in, and it is finally doing that. So if we bring up, say, the volatility in June. So you got to highs of 150, and now we're back to around 95. Yeah, so spot's kind of consolidating in that sort of mid to high 30s area, but vol's all the way back to 95. I think if we do pop our head back above 40,000, that's where it will take vol its next leg down to around 80 again, I guess, right? So I'm still short the June straddle. I sold that 48,000 June straddle. Obviously that doesn't expire till the 25th of June. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with that. I think, like I say, if we pop our head back up towards 40, 42, that vol goes to 80, that straddle obviously will be looking good and I'll probably unwind it, right? So that's kind of how I'm playing that at the moment. In terms of skew, that's still pretty elevated for puts, right? So despite vol getting hammered back down in Bitcoin, people are still willing to pay up for put protection. So people are still nervous, right? Like I say, the jury's not out that this correction's over. So if we were to break 29, all hell breaks loose. Maybe we retest 20,000 and volatility will spike again, right? So that the skew in the market is pricing in that risk. And it will, until we break back above 42,000, I don't think the skew's going anywhere, basically, right? It's going to remain for the puts, I suspect, yeah? And then term structure looks a bit crazy, a bit choppy. I don't know why it's got that spike in August, but yeah, it just has. I mean, Ethereum's kind of holding its vol levels a bit more, just because I think people think it could be just as volatile to the upside, right? Obviously, we exploded from 2,000 to 4,000 in Ethereum, and now we're back down to 2,500. If the world is okay and Bitcoin pops above 42 again, Ethereum might have a 1,000-point rally out of nowhere, right? So I think that's what's holding up the Ethereum implieds, because they know there's just as much risk of a sharp rally as there is a sell-off. Whereas in Bitcoin, I think it's much more, if you get a rally, it'll be a bit more grindy towards 42 to 45, 48 area. It probably won't be on a super high vol, but on the downside, you know, all bets are off, right? So that's kind of what that market is more thinking, I'd say. Yeah. But yeah, the volumes in options have been relatively light last week. So I just think in general, it's just been a bit of a summer lull period across markets. Not much going on, not much conviction. People are just want to go and get a suntan, I think, at the moment. They're quite grateful to get outside. But in terms, I mean, if I quickly bring up the chart on Ethereum, just to see if there's anything there. Not really. I mean, it kind of held that support level at 22 on that last test at the weekend. So that does seem to be a reasonable level there. And 22 is kind of a good support. But like I say, there's a lot of room. If this thing rallies and breaks, if it breaks 29, there's a lot of room for it to run on the upside, I'd say, Ethereum. And obviously, if you look at the spread between Ethereum and Bitcoin, that's consolidating as well, but no reason why that isn't going to head back towards those highs again at some point. And like I said last week, right, the Ethereum narrative is far more intact than the Bitcoin one, right? And you know, I saw someone was flagging that in the month of May, Bitcoin was down 37%, but Ethereum was only down 10%. But that was because obviously Ethereum had its crazy run first at the start of the month, right? So obviously in the sell-off, Ethereum did get hit just as hard, if not harder, but it was coming from a much higher base, basically, right? But the Ethereum narrative is strong. That update's due to come out in July, so in a month or two. So we'll see if that acts as a bit of a catalyst to give Ethereum the next sort of springboard up back towards those levels above 3,000 again, right? So that's probably. But for now, the volatility is pretty rich still. So it's not like the vol's giving you any easy trades to kind of own any upside in Ethereum. It's kind of well priced, I'd say. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this content, please subscribe to our channel, give the video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I'd also encourage you to sign up for a free trial to our live and interactive Macro Insight Zoom call. As part of our trading community, as well as the call, you'll also get access to our Telegram chat and our weekly market reports. To find out more, you can also connect with us on the socials. All the links are at our website, www.options-insight.com. Thanks.